Assalamualaikum WRWB. Let me introduce myself. My name is Angelia Clarisa Tamara from Management Class 23C with NPM 2341-13. Here I will deliver material about e-filling secretarial course. This material explains about making an incoming and outgoing letter agenda book. Here's how. First of all, we create a table with the title of the incoming letter agenda book, with information about the month and also the year of the company that we want to record. The table contains the agenda number, date of receipt, date of letter, letter number, sender, subject, forwarded to, archive code, and finally the document archive link. Before filling in the letter archive, we must create a document archive file on the drive called incoming letter. Then enter the soft file of the document into the file that matches its respective archive code. Then we will enter the data listed in the letter to be archived. Do it repeatedly until the archived letter is finished, as in the example in the picture. Then we will create a second table, titled Outgoing Letter Agenda Book. The table is still the same as before, there are only a few differences. Here there is an agenda number, letter date, letter number, sent to whom, subject, relationship to other letters, archive code, and also a document archive link. Before filling in the letter archive, we must also create a document archive file on the drive called Outgoing Letter. Then enter the soft file of the document into the file that matches its respective archive code. Then enter the data in the letter and do it repeatedly until finished. The following are the results of the incoming letter agenda book and also the outgoing letter agenda book from PT Bumisitra Permai TBK for September 2022. That's all I can say. I say thank you. Wassalamualaikum. WB.